drawing instruments and some materials. This afternoon we are learning the instruments, and I will show you how to set your paper on the drawing board. This white table you are seeing here is called drawing board, full imperial drawing board. I have with me also, this is what we call the T-square. T-square. This is the blade of the T-square, and this part is what we call the stock. So T-square has two major parts, the stock and the blade. Also, for the drawing in basic technology, you need some materials. You need instruments like ruler, your set square, the two set square. This is 60 by 30 degrees set square. It has 90 degree. The angle here is 90 degree. This side is 30 degree, while this side is 60 degree. The second set square at this angle here is 90 degree. This angle 90 degree. This is 45 degree, and this place is also 45 degree. So that's why we call this set square 45 degree set square, and this one we call it 60 by 30 degree set square. Because it is pair, it is two, we call it set square. The reason why it's also called set square is that before you use it to draw at all, you need to set it on the drawing. Also, we have what we call protractor. This protractor is used basically to measure angles. Protractor to measure angles. Then you need pencils. For technical drawing or basic technology drawing, you can use either your 2H pencil or your HB pencil. So also your cleaner, what we call eraser cleaner, you should have it also beside you. So this afternoon, I want to show you how to set drawing sheet first before we move into drawing of margin lines. For you to set up your A4 paper, assuming you want to use your A4 paper, you will place your paper on top of your T-square. Place your paper on your T-square. Make sure it's not moving. Make sure it doesn't move down. So you set it. Then you take your masking tape, or we call it paper tape. And at times you can call it adhesive tape. Paper tape, masking tape, or adhesive tape. This tape is used to hold paper on the drawing board for drawing. The reason why we use this paper is that we use it to hold the paper and it will not tear off the part of the paper. That's why we use paper tape. If you use sellotape, by the time you want to remove your paper, it can tear, but this one will not tear your paper. So you set your paper firmly on your drawing board. Either you are using the half imperial board or you are using the full imperial board. So set your paper with your mask. You just use little of it because of the lines. You need to measure the line. So if you put your paper tape more than the spaces you need on the paper, it will not show. So that's why you need to put just small paper tape. Now with this, I have set my paper. Now I need to put aside this one. Okay. Then you slide your T-square onto paper. You can see. So my paper is set. Now I have set the paper. The next thing is I want to draw the margin line. The required measurement for margin line is 10 millimeter. You remember, from 0 to 1 is 10 millimeter, which means make 1 centimeter. 10 millimeter make 1 centimeter. So from the edge of the paper, I'll now measure 10, which is 1 centimeter. You can see my ruler here. The spaces before the 0, I do not allow the paper to touch it. My paper started from this line that gives me 0. From this line, that is touching the paper. Okay, so I measure 10 millimeter here. I'll measure like 4 so that it will be able, I'll be able to draw the line. So with that, from the edge of the paper up here, I have measured 10 millimeter here. Now I will use my T-square to draw the line. I'll use my T-square to draw the line because all horizontal lines in basic technology drawing are drawn with T-square. They are drawn. So you set your ruler, your set square, your T-square. You set your T-square very well to those dots and make sure. You can see now. So I've drawn the margin line 10 millimeter up my paper. Now I want to draw 10 millimeter down my paper also. Then the next thing I do is I'll measure also 10 millimeter upward my paper. So from here, then I set up from here also 10 millimeter. From the edge, make sure from the edge of the paper is where you are drawing your line, 10 millimeter. Then I draw the line. You can see I set my T-square. So for as many that may not be able to afford the T-square, you can as well use your ruler. Now I've drawn the upper margin line and the below margin line. So I want to draw the side margin line. That one I can easily use my T-square and look for 10 millimeter from the edge of the paper. You can see that this line here, the long line here on the ruler here to the second one, just 10 millimeter. Just make sure you put a little distance, 10 millimeter. Then you come here, 10 millimeter. In this sense, you need to use your set square to draw the line. So you place your set square on the T-square to draw the line up. Place your set square on the T-square. You know, for the junior class, you can also use the longer T-square, but here I have with me this short set square. You can use the longer set square. The reason is that this set square will give you a straight line, perfect vertical line. It will give a perfect vertical line. So I need to clean this pencil work here out. This little pencil work here. Also, I do the same thing to the other side. You can bring it down. You can bring it down. Make sure that line goes down. Make sure the line goes down. And you can even do it perfectly okay with your ruler. So you know I've used T-square to measure this side. You can use it to measure the other side. Or else you can use your ruler. You can also use your ruler. From the edge of the paper here, just 10 millimeter. You can see that it is 1 centimeter. That 1 centimeter makes that 10 millimeter. Also, just give a little space up from the edge of the paper here, 10 millimeter. Then you bring it down from the edge of the paper, 10 millimeter. Here also you can use your set square to draw the line up. You can place on your ruler. You can place on your T-square. Anyone you feel convenient or comfortable with, that will give you what you need. So just make sure you draw your line up. You can bring this one down and you may leave it like that. So on this A4 paper, I have been able to draw margin line. I have set the paper with masking tape or paper tape you call it. I've been able to draw the margin line giving 10mm distance from the edge of the paper. I've shown you the materials or instruments you use. For the materials, I've shown you the pencil and the eraser, paper and the paper tape. Those are the 4 materials I use here. For the instruments, I've used the ruler, I've used the set square, I've used the T-square, and I've used the drawing board. And so for now, this is where I will stop now, the margin line. The next edition, you expect something better. Thanks for watching. Remain yours. Bye.